Today is September 13th. For the past 3 trading days, I realized that I was making mistakes in my trading, and that cost me uh, a severe drawdown in my trading account, in my personal account, as well as uh, the FTMO accounts. So reflecting upon the personal account is okay. So I am on the brink of losing my 25K trading challenge, and I've lost the 10K trading challenge. And the reason why I lost the 10K trading account was because I was essentially trading willy-nilly by just relying on my stop losses, and essentially when it hit my stop loss, it would just drain the account little by little by little. Okay, and so that's why I decided to set my stop losses tighter. Okay, that's gonna work. Now the same thing with my FTMO 25K challenge as well. So I have to wait a little bit longer to purchase more challenges later on down the road. But in the meantime, I need to keep studying and keep practicing my trades as cheaply as possible until at a point where I achieve a state of consciousness with a singular setup. When I create a consciousness of a single trade that I know that I can rely on, that works, then I can rely on that to bounce back from any situation. So I need to get to that point. And mistakes in my personal account have been plaguing me in this situation. So what I need to do is, on my personal account, what I did was I traded for the past several days in my personal trading account. What I did was, if I recollect, on the Friday of last week, what I did was the third trade that I made was essentially not committal, and therefore I just, as soon as it dropped a little bit, I just exited without much fanfare. So that started off a sequence of events that caused my account to be depleted. Now here's where the mistake occurred. Then my account was at approximately 900 points. What to say, 900 points. So my account was at about 900 points, okay? Then I made 2 trades because I had sufficient amount of money to make 2 trades at the same time. And when I made that trade, as soon as I entered, the stock just dropped. Okay, I was going long, the stock just dropped on both, and I was never in the money in those trades. And for some reason, psychologically speaking, I was defeating, and I did not insert a stop loss. And when I did not set the stop loss, it eventually just started to keep going down and down and down. Until at a point like later on down the day when everything, what the worst that could have done was done, because it just whizzed by my stop loss. I had the opportunity to set the stop loss and limit my loss, but I didn't. That was Monday. Then on Tuesday, there was a technical error in my trade, in my stop loss setup. In my stop loss setup, I attempted to set the stop loss using the tdameritrade Thinkorswim software. When I attempted to set my stop loss on my Thinkorswim software, the software, because the price of that stock movement was lower than what the set point was for the stop loss, it disabled. It did not engage the stop loss. And ultimately, the same loss that I had on Monday, I incurred again on Tuesday. And by this time, the account is essentially completely at a point where it's very difficult to recover. So these series of mistakes, which could have been averted by taking just being consistent. That's why they call it consistency. Okay, I need to be consistent in what I do. If I'm consistent in what I do, then I will be consistent, and then I can make those adjustments in my consistency by making small improvements. On that consistency can be steered in the right direction. Okay? So that's how I need to build consistency in my trading. So these mistakes that I need to be careful, especially when the funds are becoming bigger and bigger. Funds are actually now becoming, when I reach to that point where the movements of it can definitely impact the way that I trade because of the size of the money that's involved. And because I don't have much money, 900 points is a lot of money. Okay? That means that when I have 10 times that, I'm going to be shaking in my boots if I had boots. So I have to be consistent. And also minimize the stop losses to optimize my stop loss. When I work on those two things, with the effort of recognizing, keep moving in that direction, eventually I will get it. And when God said, okay, when God said this, he said, if you seek, you shall find. That's as simple terminology as possible. That is very, very potent. So I can use that and keep going, use that as hope in my trading.